Welcome to ACC Baseball Weekly. Let's lead off with the play of the week. It's a play of the plate that sets off a celebration.
Infield coming in. Ramirez into shallow center. This appears to be too shallow to tag, but we'll wait and see. Well, Russell's going to try it. The throw, not in time. Carolina wins the ball game.
With that, UNC swept Virginia Tech. More on the Tar Heels and their postseason hopes coming up. I'm Jeff Fischel. This is ACC Baseball Weekly, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. Let's get right to it. Here's 3 up, 3 down. And joining me, our ACC baseball analyst, former Duke baseball coach Sean McNally. Mac, back in the day, I know you played a bit in Latin America. You need to bring some alto queso, some high cheese.
I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
All right. The big series not only in the ACC but in the country. The top 5 battle last weekend between Virginia and Florida State down in Tallahassee. The top-ranked Cavs took 2 of 3. Amazingly, this series came down to the rule of ABC. Always be closing. Game 1, the Noles closer and Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Jameis Winston came on in relief in the 10th, gave up the game-winning hit. Meanwhile, UVA's closer Nick Howard, ridiculous, faced 7 batters in the series, struck out all 7. Picks up the saves Friday and Sunday, now 15 saves this season, and holy Craig Kimbrell, 43 strikeouts in 23 1/3 innings this season. Mac, what did we learn in this series about these teams?
Well, I tell you what, I think if these teams matched up 10 times, Virginia would probably win 5, Florida State probably win the other 5. Just 2 of the best teams, not only in the ACC, but certainly in college baseball as well. Great chance to go a long way in postseason play. I think from Virginia's standpoint, high expectations coming in, great talent level. But when you go on the road in that kind of environment in Tallahassee, win a tight one on Friday, and then get knocked around a little Saturday, bounce back and win on Sunday, that mental toughness is a real separator. So certainly have to be feeling great in Virginia to come out of Tallahassee with a series win.
Obviously, both these teams have an eye on Omaha. You can't and you won't and you don't stop the U. Miami swept Clemson. Hey, Tigers, you're in good company right now. The Canes are destroying everyone. They're 19-1 in their past 20 games. The middle of the lineup is raking. Starting pitching is ridiculously good right now. They just allowed 2 earned runs in that series against the Tigers. All right, Mac, is this just a good team on a hot streak, or is this a great team that can get to Omaha?
Well, this is a team that can certainly get to Omaha. The swagger's back at the U. These guys are playing great. I think it all started up at NC State. They won a couple close ones and then rolled on Sunday. 3 quality weekend arms, all left-handed, and a dynamic 1-2 punch. Zach Collins, Willie Abreu really playing exceptionally well. I think Miami has taken advantage of their schedule. That's what elite ACC teams do. Virginia Tech, Pitt, Notre Dame, they won 8 out of 9. In that sequence, but then to go up to Clemson and get a sweep. Certainly, Miami's for real.
All right, and Mac, look who else is making a run. The Duke Blue Devils sweeping Wake Forest, the 4th sweep in conference play this year. Duke's won 9 in a row. Can this team make some noise in the postseason?
Oh, without question. I mean, ecstatic about how they're playing up in Durham. Coach Chris Pollard's done an outstanding job. He's got these guys believing they can beat anybody. Really, the key is experience. I think undervalued at the beginning of the season. They run 7 seniors out there in their opening day lineup. Their offense has really been clicking. Veteran guys on the weekend as well, a senior closer, and Michael Machuela, a sophomore, with as good an arm as anybody in the country to anchor their rotation on Sundays. So certainly Duke playing great. They're experienced. They're battle-tested. Nobody's worked harder than those guys. Really exciting times for baseball in Durham.
All right, he knows ACC baseball. He will join me at the conference championship in a few weeks in Greensboro. Sean McNally, thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Here are the standings now. Florida State leads the Atlantic comfortably, 4.5 games up on Clemson. After getting swept by Duke, the Deacs are 500 in conference. Look at the Coastal, Miami, a better conference record than the #1 team in the country. If the ACC tourney started today, Duke would be the 4 seed in Greensboro. With that sweep of Virginia Tech, UNC would be the 5 seed. Meanwhile, NC State is truly on the bubble just to get into the ACC championship. The top 10 teams go, and the Pac is right on that bubble. Very disappointing when you consider the Pac was preseason top 10 in the nation. And as arguably the best starting pitcher in college baseball, Carlos Rodon. Friday night encapsulated the NC State season too perfectly. Rodon struck out 15 Georgia Tech batters, including 10 of the first 11, but the Pac lost to Georgia Tech 1-0. Rodon is the 4th ACC pitcher to ever rack up more than 400 Ks. He's the only one to do it in 3 seasons. The 3 ahead of him all pitched in college for 4 years. Barnes, Creek, and Rigby. Actually remember them getting to the majors. A.B. Bratcher, a little before my time, I'd say. Last thing before we go, this is great stuff. Georgia Tech had fans voting on which design to use to cut the grass for this weekend's series versus Virginia Tech. Stripes, crosshatch, checkerboard, or sunrays. Guess we find out Friday which way they went. By the way, Georgia Tech, I voted D, sunrays. That's what you should have voted too. That's ACC Baseball Weekly. I'm Jeff Fischel. Thanks for watching the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.